Winning Miss Maryland means everything, and it feels amazing to be here, to be one of the catalysts, and hopefully opening doors for other people to see the representation in Maryland. And I hope to showcase that in LA whenever I go to Miss USA to represent Maryland.
Happy Pride!
You know, I think with all things that are negative, twice as much I get positive feedback. And I get the community that is always there to back me up. For example, just we saw now, like in Pride, walking here in Baltimore, people are saying, congratulations, Miss Maryland. With as much negative, I would like to focus on the positive that I'm receiving and giving that attention and that honor to them.
So ladies and gentlemen, in this video today, I have to do a follow-up video on a story that went around at the beginning of the month involving Mr. Maryland USA, because just like a few other beauty pageants we've seen in the past, a woman didn't win. Oh no, it was, as many of you will guess and may know, a lovely, stunning, brave, progressive male identifying as a woman.
How long is this going to take?
Well, a new article has now dropped and there are contestants who are speaking out against this. Finally. Now before we get into it and take a look at this article published by the Daily Signal, if you could as always make sure to leave a like rating. If you're new, hit that subscribe button, turn on bell notifications so you never miss a video, comment on this video, share this video, follow my socials down below in the description, sit back and let's get into it. So as I just said, the Daily Signal have reported exclusive Miss Maryland contestants push back after male winner steals their crown. Finally, good to see. Miss Maryland USA professes to celebrate both the beauty and confidence of young women. First lie told there because a male won, promising a fair environment in which young women have the opportunity to develop skills that will help them win in life by being their personal best in everything they do. But on June 1st, when the beauty pageant crowned a man the winner of Miss Maryland USA, a number of the contestants felt that they had not been granted that fair and supportive environment that they were promised. The male winner goes by the name Bailey Ann Kennedy and identifies as a transgender woman. The day that he was crowned Miss Maryland USA was also the first day of Pride Month, a fact that was not lost on the contestants.
Coincidence? I think not!
And as you can see, Good Morning America have posted a lovely, stunning and brave tweet about this male winning. It's great, isn't it? Nope. I was shocked. One contestant told the Daily Signal as she described how she found out that she was competing against a man. This contestant, who asked to remain anonymous to protect her privacy, will be identified as Contestant A. I had mixed feelings. I started to think that the winner might be predetermined. Of course it is. The only reason they won was because they were trans. As soon as the judges found out, oh yes, we are going to virtue signal here, if they weren't trans, would they have won? No. A transgender woman gets crowned during first day of Transgender Pride Month, she asked. It did not seem like a coincidence. It wasn't. Especially when the owner of the pageant is a transgender woman himself. Yes, if you didn't know, the owner of the whole thing is trans. They have created a competition for all women.
From now on, it's gonna be ran by women, owned by trans women, for all women.
That clip is hilarious, I tell you now. I was feeling like neither myself nor my fellow contestants had a fair opportunity from the beginning. Kennedy will now go on to compete for the title of Miss USA in Los Angeles in August. Could you imagine if they won? The 31-year-old beauty pageant contestant, who would reportedly be the oldest Miss USA winner of pageant history if he won, is married to Marine Corps officer Casey Guthrie. Wow. Kennedy describes himself as a military wife. Immediately after winning the Miss Maryland contest, Kennedy marched in the Capitol Pride Parade in Washington, D.C. Get so tiresome. The Daily Signal reviewed a copy of the 2024 Miss Maryland USA contestant agreement, which specifically asks contestants to verify that they are biologically female. If a contestant is not a woman but is a man, such as in Kennedy's case, that contestant would have to provide proof that he's legally recognized by the government as a woman, and maybe even that he had undergone so-called transgender surgeries and hormones. A former state-level contestant within the Miss Universe organization who spoke with the Daily Signal about the matter expressed that she was very concerned that a man was allowed to not only compete in and win the competition, but also to share women's spaces while some of these women were completely unaware of his actual sex. Wow. They let a male share women's spaces with these women without even informing them that they were a male. That is disgraceful. We need transparency and consent to protect women-led spaces, especially those that involve minor teen contestants, said the former contestant who asked to remain anonymous to protect her privacy. Unless things have changed from when I competed, contestants share changing rooms and bedrooms, she added. Parents and all the contestants have the right to know of biological male individuals occupying their female children's private spaces, including shared changing rooms and hotel rooms. Further, organizations must not impose political agendas that undermine the hard work, finances, and dedication of contestants. Very hard for these woke activists to do today. You know, political agendas are all they care about. A man or a woman? Well, I think we know the answer to that one. Multiple female contestants who spoke with the Daily Signal said they were not sure if Kennedy was a man or a woman until after the competition had finished and he had been declared Miss Maryland USA. This is likely due to the fact that Kennedy does very convincingly look like a female beauty queen. Photographs of the male contestants show that Kennedy is toned, leggy and slim with long black hair and accentuated cleavage. I think that's how you say it. Several of the women who spoke to the Daily Signal indicated that Kennedy looks more masculine in person and that his online photographs depict him as more feminine than he is in real life. I first realized I competed with a biological man a few days after the competition, said contestant Elizabeth McCarthy. You know, it's crazy they didn't even know, so the organization was lying to them. They should know about this. I saw it on the Miss Maryland USA Instagram post. At first I was shocked. I felt sick to my stomach and was so upset for the other women in the top 5. I was disgusted and disappointed that the pageant coordinators allowed women to undress in front of a man without any disclosure. Absolutely insane. It really is. I don't understand how we've reached this level in society. It's like common sense has just completely disappeared. Like my brain cells. I just don't understand what happened to embracing your true self, she added, the self that God made perfectly in his image. I don't understand what happened to loving ourselves for who we are, not how we want to be. I feel absolutely terrible that society pushes us to change who we are. It's not fair, kind, or loving. A third contestant, who asked to remain anonymous to protect her privacy and will be identified as contestant B, said that she felt betrayed by the way the contest was handled. I felt lied to, she shared, and she's completely correct. All the people that didn't know, women and others involved, were lied to. I would have liked to know ahead of time, as I was subject to change, utilize the bathroom, and be in the same space as a biological man. It surely seemed like the organization and Bailey was trying to hide this fact until it was convenient to them. Yeah, they probably didn't want to share it, so they allowed this person to win, and after they win, well, what can you do? And they only won because it's virtue signaling. A third Miss Maryland contestant, 3, who will be identified as contestant C, stressed that she is not against the LGBTQ community and believes that individuals who identify as LGBTQ have rights just like every individual. Well, it just seems like their rights are put on a higher pedestal. However, I do believe the competition was rigged, she shared. I mean, it's pretty obvious. There isn't a doubt in my mind that it was not. For example, I think in previous years, the pageant secured different judges. I think they were changed. Wow. In addition, the staff was not respectful nor pleasant. I completely understand that this is a pageant and it is fast-paced, but there is a certain respect that individuals should provide, especially since we are all grown women who can take direction and listen. Well, you're not all grown women, are you? Because there was a male in your presence. I believe it is disheartening to have so many women pay for coaches, hair and makeup, and find sponsors when they already knew who they were going to select, contestants he added. Yeah, think about that for a second. Think about all the money that was paid out, you know, all the time these girls put into this competition, and the judges already knew who they were going to choose. Absolutely insane. A Pride Month win? Well, it certainly was. Several of the women that the Daily Signal spoke with believe that Kennedy's win was attached to his transgender identification, as I said, noting that he won the pageant on June 1st, the very first day of Pride Month. It was Pride Week when he won, so I would assume it was to show that the pageant community does not discriminate, contestant C said. I feel Kennedy won this competition because it was a setup, McCarthy told the Daily Signal. What are the odds that a trans-identifying individual wins the Miss Maryland USA title on the first day of Pride Month? You couldn't make it up. I feel that men are taking over everything that women work so hard for. Yeah, we'll blame the woke leftist liberals for all of that one. I believe Kennedy won this title solely based on his status of being transgender and the first transgender to win Miss Maryland, especially being the first day of Pride Month, contestant B argued. The organization wanted to check all of its diversity in different boxes. I mean, there wasn't a plus-size woman there, so they missed that one out. So instead of selecting the most qualified, they selected what would make them stand out to the new organization owner, who is also transgender. She also said this space case, it's less about women supporting women and more about how many boxes we can check. Just like every single thing today, all of the female contestants who spoke with the Daily Signal said that they wish Miss Maryland USA would have been truthful in acknowledging why they selected Kennedy as the winner, and they argued that Miss Maryland USA owes the 2024 contestants a public apology. Given that many of the contestants poured huge sums of money into their outfits, makeup and hair, the women would like to see some kind of monetary compensation as well as an apology. You're not going to get it. Plain and simple. I tell you now, there's no way they're going to apologize. There's no way they're going to give you monetary compensation. Because if they did that, if they apologized, if they gave you money back, if they replaced this winner, the LGBTQIA2S+ community would say this is discrimination. This is bigotry. This is the corner they've put themselves in. Not that they want to apologize anyway, because this is the person they chose to win. This was their agenda. So you're not going to get an apology. This is just how it is now. They will tick boxes and they will put you to the back of the line. The woke agendas are now on a higher pedestal than common sense. It's expensive, said one woman, and they already picked a winner. I hope that they give all the women their money back, added another contestant. Pageant life is big money, and I cannot imagine how much money they obtain from us. I believe that the Miss Maryland pageant should have held a separate pageant for transgender individuals where they can compete and go on to become Miss USA if they would like to. But it's never going to happen, is it? Because like we see with sports, if they held an open competition or a transgender competition, no one would enter, because it's about beating women. It's about being successful against the women in these competitions. That's what they want. And to be in another competition that doesn't recognize them as a woman is discrimination. And this shouldn't be happening in the very first place, but good on these women for coming out and speaking out against it. This is a result of companies, organizations, competitions, virtue signaling for the woke agendas, ticking off those checkboxes. And it's affecting everybody else. But to them, the large majority being affected doesn't matter, because as long as the 0.00001% are catered to, well, that's the most important thing. What a world. What a world. Clown world. Left is right, up is down, common sense. Still can't find it, and hopefully Miss Maryland finds common sense in the future. Probably not. But leave your thoughts down below, ladies and gentlemen, on this story. What are your thoughts on the women speaking out against this and the male being crowned Miss Maryland? I'd like to know. If you have enjoyed, make sure to leave a like rating. If you're new, hit that subscribe button, turn on bell notifications so you never miss a video, comment on this video, share this video, follow my socials down below in the description. But until next time, it has been your boy JD. Have a great day, stay safe, and I'm out. Peace.